outside looking in. I really wasn't sure what I was getting. Between the high waves on the sea, waiting for something to get to me. I wasn't sure what I was.
Hey y'all, we are about to run over to Benny's and start the decorating process over there. Very excited, and I did get a couple things in that I'm going to share with you before we head out. That way when I get there I can just focus on actually decorating and getting things sorted out. So I have a couple things to share. I will have everything linked that I can. If it's something that I've either found around my house or maybe even thrifted at one point and I can't link it, I'll let y'all know that in the comments too, or in the description. I'm sure so many of you moms can relate to this right now, but where did summer break go? We blink and here we are days away from back to school starting. It's crazy, and so is my schedule right now. Between last minute doctor's appointments, orientation for 2 separate schools, back to school shopping, trying to manage work life, mom life, it's crazy over here. And I would not have my life even slightly put together if it wasn't for my Everblog FridgeCal. And I'm so excited to be partnering with Everblog in today's video to share about the FridgeCal with you and why I love it so much and why I think you will too. Here is the Everblog FridgeCal. Now, what's really awesome about this calendar is that it's actually magnetic and just sticks right here to the door of your fridge. And it's all touch screen, it's rechargeable, and the battery life is really good as well. But what's great about it being right here on the fridge is that it's the one spot in the house that your whole family goes to multiple times a day. So whether you have something on the schedule that you need to get done, chore list, grocery list, it's right here, easy to find, easy to manage, and I love this. I love it so much. It really is like a whole house manager, all in one and in one place. And I like that I can also pull it off the fridge, go sit in bed and put my whole schedule together. And then in the morning when it's charged, I can just stick it right here. This has so much to offer, so bear with me as I walk you guys through everything. We're actually gonna go here to the home page. This is what mine looks like. I have my calendar, grocery list set up, chores, weather. You can set it up however you want, but this is just how I have it. That's the most functional for us. And that's what's nice about this is you can customize it however you want to do it. You can, and it's going to work for you and your family. So we're going to start off with the calendar. Here you have everything set up, like whatever you have coming up, birthdays, anniversaries, maybe if you need to call in, schedule something, you can add it here. And I pretty much add everything to this area. This is kind of like my daily manager. So as you can see, my schedule is pretty full this week. And then we also have the chore chart. You can set up chores for your kids. That way, as we know, when they wake up in the morning, they can complete them and check them off. And what's really cool, let me show you. I'm just gonna delete his off of here. So when the kids go through and check off their chore chart, it actually just gives them like cute little things that play on the screen. But when they complete everything, it does this, and it also sends me a notification to my phone that shows me that, oh, Caden did his chores, and then I'm able to reward them through the app if I'd like. We do our reward system a little different, so I don't worry about that on this. Ooh. Oh, it's thundered. But this is really nice. And oh, one more thing, it's battery operated. It's not plugged into the wall, so God forbid the power goes out, you still have your schedule, which is really nice. Also here we have the meal plan. So the meal plan, coolest thing ever I have ever found on any type of calendar. So what you can do is click here on, we're just gonna do lunch for now. You can type in right here at the search bar. Let's say you have some chicken in the freezer that needs to get ate up. So we're just gonna type in chicken. And you can actually click on these and it's gonna give you a recipe. So check this out. I'm gonna bring you guys a little closer. Okay, so let's scroll down and see what looks appetizing. Let's just do chicken pot pie because y'all know I always share chicken pot pie with you guys. So here you can click on chicken pot pie and it's actually gonna give you different recipes to choose from. So you can just click on this and you can actually watch the recipe video right on YouTube, right here on the Everblog calendar. How cool. So that way you have like everything you need, and then you can pop this off the fridge and set it up on the counter if you need to, bring it closer to know exactly what you're cooking. I just think this is the coolest thing ever. So as you can see, the FridgeCal has so much to offer, whether you're using it for the calendar, keeping track of what's in your fridge, a meal plan, chore chart, it is going to really help your family stay on schedule and create a really great routine. I love mine, and like I said, I've been using it for a while, so I was really excited to share it with you guys again. I do have a discount code. It is Karrie10 for 10% off your order, and I will be sure to have this FridgeCal linked down below so you can find it really easily. And thank you guys so much for trusting my recommendation as always. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into the vlog. So let's start off with the rug. This is the rug I ended up grabbing. It was on Amazon, super cheap, which is ideal because this project is a really affordable one. And I'm using the funds that I make off these videos to help cover this, along with hopefully make a little bit of a profit too. So got that rug. It was $40 some, maybe 60. I can't remember exactly, but it was on sale. I'll link that below. It has like grays, beige. I feel like it looks a little bit more masculine than some of the other rugs. So hopefully this works. If it doesn't, worst case scenario, I can probably use it in one of his bedrooms instead if it doesn't work in the living room. But I feel like it will. I feel like the colors work pretty well. It's gonna go underneath the couch a little bit. The coffee table will sit on top of it. This is just kind of to help, you know, create like a living space, and instead of it just being like all hardwood floors. So I got that. I also picked up some curtains. These are 84 in length. What's great about that, because his ceilings are not that tall, I can't go too, you can only go as high as you can. And 84 is like right below the ceiling. Curtains are cheap when you can get them at 84 inches. Mine in my house are 94 or 96 inches. And so it kind of jumps the price $10 to $15. So these ended up only being $20 a piece for a 2-panel set. These are blackout and they have like that linen look. They're absolutely stunning, and the color is perfection. These are actually the same curtains I have in my dining room, but these are the beige, and the ones I have in my dining room are called taupe, and y'all know I've struggled with that taupe color for a while. It's kind of like pinky looking sometimes, so I'm definitely going to be getting these for our house down the line. I also got I got a set of lamps, and then I got a floor lamp. So the set of lamps was on sale for 20 bucks. And these are the same ones that are in my bedroom, but I believe these are beige, or they could be white, I can't remember. 20 bucks for a set of 2 lamps with the shades is really, really affordable, especially considering at thrift stores you can hardly find a lamp for $10 now. So that is perfect. And then I grabbed a floor lamp as well. I ended up going with this one. I just like the simple design. It's nothing crazy. It should be pretty easy to put together. And once again, say it with me, it was affordable. So it's gonna be the start of the video. I also got one house plant, but that is in my truck. And I am also bringing my fiddle leaf tree that I used to have on the porch. I've also had it in the house at one point in time, but I'm gonna use that over there because I really don't have anywhere to put it in our house. And since it's just been outside at our home, I figured he would like it over there. So I'm excited to get started and start bringing in that homey vibe. We are going with more of a Western style for his space. It's gonna have, you know, that Western gentleman, dark, moody, but also at the same time light and airy. I don't plan on doing any painting or any type of major DIYs at this point in time. The goal is just to decorate and style the space the way that it is. So that is the game plan. I'll insert some inspiration photos that I have going on here, and then hopefully we can pull it all together over time. So don't forget to like this video. I really appreciate your support. Share it, leave a comment. All that helps support these videos so much. It helps them get pushed out to a new audience that will hopefully enjoy the content as well. But anyway, I'm gonna go get this loaded up and we're gonna go. All right, y'all, here is just a quick reminder of the space that we are working with. Now, I do plan to go through each room and slowly add things to make it feel like home, and that's exactly what Benny wanted. And if you happen to miss part 1, I'll have that link down below so you can kind of just catch up on the plan, a full tour, everything, if you want to watch that first. But today we are starting in the living room. I feel like this is a great starting point just because it's the area where I feel like he would entertain the most. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are starting off with the curtains. I did pick up some curtain rods from Walmart, and we're gonna hang them up right here. I I apologize for the audio in advance. It's a little loud in here and kind of like echoey at the time. We had fans going, there was construction happening, and I'm not gonna lie, it's hot, very hot in here. I was sweating immediately. I was like, Benny, it's warm in here. And I honestly think that it's because the windows are all uncovered and it's the Florida heat. If you live in a mobile home, especially in like the South, you know, it's hard to keep your house cool. So getting these up as soon as possible is ideal. And of course, once I open them, I'm like, ooh, these are really wrinkled. They're really beautiful. I love these, but I needed to pop them in the dryer with a wet rag and try to like fluff them is what I was going to say. Fluff them out, get a little bit of the wrinkles out. I couldn't get all of them, but I got a lot of them. This was in here for like 20 minutes and it still had a little wrinkles. And I didn't bring my steamer. I didn't think I was going to need it because the material of the curtains, I didn't think they were going to be wrinkled, so my bad. But anyway, I am using my measuring tape to mark out where to put the brackets, and because this window is pretty long, I am going to be putting a bracket in the middle as well. And I'm measuring from the floor up because, as you can see, his ceiling is slanted, and you want to make sure that it's nice and even. And what's funny is because it's slanted, the optical illusion makes the curtains look like they're crooked. I hate that. And ideally, I would have loved to go up a little bit higher, but I did end up getting the 84-inch length curtains because those were a lot more affordable and they work well on the dining room window. They go all the way up. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you can and you can afford it, definitely get as tall as you can with all of your window treatments. I will go ahead and say I will have a budget breakdown for this particular video so far down below in the description box, just to kind of show you what I've spent and what I made on the first video that's going towards this budget. So I'm kind of just like rolling it over, and I will go ahead and admit I did overspend already, but that's okay. I'm really thankful I was able to do this for Benny, and I'm okay with investing a little bit of my own money and, you know, giving back. I'm hoping that as time goes on, the videos will, you know, pick up a little bit, but if not, that's okay. We'll just have to work a little slower. And at the end of the day, it's fun for me to do that. I love doing this kind of stuff. This is like my love language, acts of service. I get so much joy out of this type of project, especially for someone that I care about and that is really thankful to. So anyway, got the first curtains up. Now we're gonna work on the dining room window. Now, I ended up buying 2 of the same sets of curtains just because I felt like at the time, this is all like one cohesive space. Although it's like separate, this is the dining room, that's the living room. When you walk through the kitchen, like hallway from the kitchen, because that's where he enters the house, I feel like you see it as like one big living space. So I wanted it to match, but I did change my mind later. So future me telling you I did end up changing the curtains in the living room to a darker set, which I do not regret at all. It looks so much better. And I was able to reuse these in his bedroom. But I still totally recommend these. They were only $20.99 for the set. And if you have shorter ceilings, if your ceilings aren't like super tall and you can get away with the 84 length, this is a great price. You can't even find curtains at this price at Walmart, okay? And so that is why I ended up ordering them new, in case you were curious about my thought process on that. As much as I would love to go out and thrift everything, I am finding that thrifting and secondhand shopping in general, it is actually costing more than it is to find good deals online. You just gotta shop sales. You gotta wait till things go on sale. Add things to your cart. Let it sit there for a while, girl. Like, you ain't in no hurry. That's what I do. Every day, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I add stuff to my Amazon cart daily, and I put save for later, and I watch them things, and if they go on like super sale, then I'll order it, but it's very rare if I pay full price for things. So just if something's not on sale that I've recommended today or in the future, add it to your cart and wait, because it will go on sale again. You just got to be patient. And honestly, that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned decorating without breaking the bank is you're not going to get that instant gratification that we see online so often. We see YouTube videos, HGTV, you know, they're decorating, they have everything lined up, ready to go, and boom, it's done. It's that instant gratification that we see. But reality is that's not how it works, and especially if you don't have thousands of dollars up front. So I hope through this video series and all throughout my years here on YouTube that I'm able to show you a more realistic approach to decorating, something a little bit more relatable. And at the end of the day, you know, it just really boils down to being patient and just letting it all flow together naturally. And that's kind of the game plan here. So yeah, curtains are done. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. All right, curtains are up and they look so good, so much better. So now let's put the lamp together. Next up, I'm putting together a floor lamp. I'm just gonna go over here in this corner. I wanted to share with you my thought process when it came to styling the living room. So number one, I always think of how am I gonna make this space feel cozy? Okay, curtains, rug, and lamps. Curtains are the eyebrows of the house. The rug makes everything feel warm and cozy and kind of put together. And then the lamps just give you that beautiful ambient lighting that just makes you feel like you could cozy up on the couch and either read a book or watch a show, hang out, have a conversation. So lighting, curtains, and rugs. That's where I always start with every space. I just feel like you can't go wrong there. It's affordable, easy fix. So this lamp I actually found on Amazon. It's similar to the one I used to have. Do y'all remember it had like two little shelves in my living room? I actually loved that lamp, but Knox chewed the cord off and we tried to fix it, but then it just kept shorting and I was scared of a fire, so I ended up tossing it. But this is very similar to that one. You get the same look, but even cheaper. It was only $39.99 for this, and what a difference it makes over here in this corner. And I did decide to remove that little table over there and put this here instead. Now, personally, I would love to move this shelf that he has over here in the corner. I feel like it's a little heavy. It just kind of squares everything off. It just looks really cluttered. Honestly, it just looks a little cluttered over here, but that's okay. If I could cut the shelf in half, that would make it look a little bit better. If I could move it to a different wall, I will eventually if he's okay with that. But for now, I didn't want to just come in here and just be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna completely change everything that you love. Like, he set this up the way he wanted it, and I'm like, okay, I can work around that. And ultimately, that's the goal. At the end of the day, I think anybody can come in and completely restyle a space to make it look aesthetic and Pinterest worthy, but it's a little bit more challenging, a lot more fun to work with what people love. And he told me specifically that he got this couch, the coffee tables, the bookcases. He bought all that as like a set, and he was so proud. And he's like, what do you think? I love it. And like, he's adding all his little fun decor pieces that he likes. So that's what makes this fun, is decorating for him, not decorating for me or for what other people think, looks good. At the end of the day, it's what he likes. And going back to our conversations from the jump, he kept saying, like, I want to find decor for my shelves. I want little things, little knickknacks. So I was like, look, that is like one of my favorite things to search for at thrift stores, is like little things. So I will fill those up in no time. It's just a matter of getting to the stores, which I'm waiting for the kids to get back in school before I start actually like thrifting, because that does take time and it's not easy shopping with kids. If you know, you know. So once they're back in school and we kind of get back on routine and stuff, I'll be able to start shopping for the little things. But my daughter was such a huge help. Oh my gosh, I would not have been able to do this without her. And I did end up giving her some cash for helping mommy decorate. And that went into her savings account, because I am really trying to teach my kids the value of work and making money. And yeah, so she was very helpful. She kept, moving my camera on for me. She was helping me with the coffee table, the rug. So proud. And I, really value her opinion. She is so cute, and she's just growing up so fast. And so I did want to point that out, that I'm so thankful for her help today, because working by yourself doing this can be a little challenging, trying to, run the camera and, do all the physical work. So just having someone there to bounce ideas off of and talk to, it meant the world to me to be able to do this with her. I also wanted to mention Benny was a part of this entire process. He was standing in his Florida room just the whole time. Oh, yes, that looks great. Oh, I love that. And I actually bought, did I even tell y'all what the game plan was? So we're going with more of like a Western, Midwest style for his space. So when I was at Hobby Lobby, I came across some like really beautiful large art that was on sale. And I happened to send my brother some pictures of it to get his opinion. I was like, I don't know why, but I'm just feeling like kind of a Western vibe for Benny, because he already had some like vases that were Western. I know he's a country guy. He lives out at the camp sometimes in his camper. We have cattle up there, and he loves that kind of stuff. So I saw some pictures of cattle and I sent them to my brother to ask his opinion. He's like, oh yeah, he'll love that style. I brought them over and I was like, worst case scenario, I'll return it. And I let him see them first. He loved this picture so much. He wanted this above his couch. Although I had a different one picked out, this is the one he wanted here. So I was like, okay, well, we'll make it work. Also, the plant or tree in the corner. That was a tree I got from Lowe's. I think it was like 2 years ago. It was a sponsorship I did. I haven't had any room in my house for it, and I have a lot of real trees, or real plants, I should say, in my house now. But for Benny's place, I wanted it to be a fake tree so he don't have to worry about watering it. So I put that in the corner just to bring some life over there. It was looking a little plain. I do feel like it needs to be fluffed or scooted over a little bit, or like even the curtains could be wider. But look, you know, we're just kind of working as we go. And now looking back at the videos, I can see what I need to fix and what I need to change. And after leaving here the first day, I immediately knew, okay, I need XYZ. And I'm going to make this look 10 times better the next time I come. So although I wasn't quite where I wanted to be the first day, that's okay. We're going to fix it up, and wait till you see the next video. The next video, I feel like everything really starts to come together so beautifully, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So do not forget to subscribe if you have not yet. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment. That will also help the algorithm put my channel back on your feed. So don't forget to hit all those buttons. It does help not only me, but also helps you find my videos easier. Okay.
That's great in here.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks good.
And then we'll get a matching.
It looks good in all of it.
Yeah. We'll get a matching set for the other side.
I got up this morning. I think that's beautiful. Everything turned out fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh, this is. Oh,
this is the other picture. Do you like this one better? Would you rather this one be up there?
No, I like that. I like that right there.
You like there? Okay.
Yeah.
You could probably hang.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like that now.
So I figured we'll try it under
Oh,
here.
I be doggone it. That is like a cow house.
Yeah. And I got a good deal on it. So we'll try it underneath the table just to see
Look at that.
how it looks.
That's beautiful.
But let me,
I'm
I'll show
gonna
you.
get out of y'all's way.
Well,
y'all.
no, here, let me show you
I'm
something.
holding you up, babe.
Come here, let me show you something.
I love that.
I want to show you something real quick. Better? Okay.
I like
So not this rug, you'd rather have this one?
I like that right there. I
Okay.
like that cow house.
Well, I can
Now,
return.
I'm putting more work on you. But
No, not at all. So I wanted to leave that audio in there because Benny loved the cowhide rug. Absolutely loved it. And he wanted that front and center. So I said, okay. But it was just a little too small for the space, and layering it with the current rug that was here was clashing. On the video, you can't really tell, but the colors just were not going well together. So I ended up deciding to move the big rug, and we're going to use that in his bedroom instead. And then I'll be on the hunt for a different rug to layer underneath the cowhide rug. And then all of a sudden, like, everything started to flow so good. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. So we're definitely going with the Western style, and the cowhide ended up working well. Although it was originally for the dining room just because of the size of it, it's fine. You know, sometimes you just got to improvise and just roll with it. And that is the beauty of decorating. And that's what makes it so much fun. It's just kind of, you know, going with the flow. And then you can see here, Benny sitting over there in the corner. He just kind of helped me. He's like, oh yeah, let's try this over here. And once he started getting involved, it made it really fun. And he kept saying, well, let me get out of your hair. I'm bothering you. I'm like, you're not bothering me. I enjoy the company. I enjoy doing this. So it was really fun. And we just talked, and he told me about some of his favorite pieces. Actually, as a matter of fact, his guy on his picture, you can see he's telling me about it right here. He loves that. That is his favorite picture. And I told him that I would love to reframe it for him into like a bigger frame. So I want to try and do that for him because he loves that. So that is definitely staying. Did you get me a Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the rug from his bedroom, or from the, the rug out of the living room that I had in there in his bedroom now, just so that way we can reuse it. And this ended up being perfect because he needed this coziness in here. You know, walking on this hardwood floor all the time, you know, it's not ideal, especially when you wake up in the morning. So it ended up working out perfectly that this rug, he liked it better in here. And I like the print of this. It's actually like a perfect neutral. It'll go with no matter what style we go for his bedroom, it'll work. Which I will say, I'm probably just going to keep the Western theme throughout the entire home because that's what he loved. And he seems to be very interested in that. So I feel like that would just make more sense to keep it flowing. And then, of course, as time goes on, I can just reuse things from each room if I have like an overflow of things that I ended up purchasing that maybe just didn't work out. So this ended up being perfect. Now, I would have loved to have it further underneath the bed and maybe under the nightstands a little bit, but hey, you know, we couldn't do it. It was getting a little challenging. We were both like completely out of breath and sweating and hot and tired, and it just got a little, I need a man to help, and I didn't want Benny to hurt himself. So I decided to just leave it like this, and it looks good. So that's it for his bedroom for now. Like I said, part 2 will be coming out, or part 3 actually. I had part 1, this is part 2. Part 3 will be next, and you will get to see a little bit more of his bedroom. We did change a couple things in there. I have an update in regards to Benny's place. So I'm loving how this project is going so far. I definitely need to go yard sailing, thrifting. We're gonna have to go to some bargain stores and start looking a little bit more because, yeah, what I started with, I was like, oh, I feel like I have a lot of stuff. Nope. Whenever you're feeling like an empty house, it's never enough. But I do think that the curtains alone, adding the lamps, which was one of his biggest requests, a couple rugs, has already made it feel a little bit more homey and cozy. So that's important. And really, ultimately, that's all he wanted. You know, he doesn't know what trends are. He doesn't know what Pinterest is. He doesn't care about any of that kind of stuff. And that's why this project is special, just because the goal isn't trying to create something perfect. It's creating something that he loves, that he feels comfortable, you know, being at home and inviting his friends. And he even made a comment towards the end of me working. He said, when all this is all done and you're all finished, like, I'm going to have like a dinner. We're going to have dinner and I'll have everybody come in and see what all you've done. And like, honestly, I get like a little embarrassed about that, because not embarrassed, but just like shy, I guess. But I'm also, it makes me feel good that he's just so grateful for everything. And yeah, I feel excited about this project overall. And, yeah, I hope you guys are too. You know, at the end of the day, this is not HGTV. Okay. So if you're wanting to see someone spend hundreds and thousands of dollars in each video, that's not what you're going to get here. You're going to see real life, just basic decorating, working with the most minimal budget. And I think that that's the type of lifestyle a lot of us are in right now. Like, we just don't have the means to do that. So hopefully this will give you some encouragement to turn your house into a home too. That it doesn't take a whole lot. It just takes some effort, some thinking and gathering, and eventually you can have a beautiful cozy space too. So really that's the ultimate goal, is to show you guys that, and then also hopefully entertain you a little bit too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend. That is what helps these videos perform well, and overall, ultimately going to help me provide more for Benny. So really cool, and I am so grateful, and so was he. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see all of you in my next video, which will be in a couple days. Like I said, these videos with the whole Benny's house, I'll have in like a playlist so you can kind of go back, but they're going to be kind of spread out over the week. So you're just going to have to bear with me. I'm only human. And the kids are about to start school. So once they start school, I think I'll be able to get more videos done over there, because I won't have like all that distraction. Not that my kids are a distraction. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying I'll have more time to go shopping and get what I need and get over there and get it done without the schedule being all over the place. So don't twist my words. But anyway, bye guys. I'll talk to you soon.